In the heart of colonial Kenya, nestled within the lush, green highlands near Nyeri, a child was born who would one day reclothe her nation in green. Wangari Maathai entered the world on April 1st, 1940, a daughter of the Kikuyu people, Kenya's largest ethnic group. Her early years were spent in the small village of Ihith, a place of profound natural beauty and traditional values. She grew up surrounded by the stories and traditions of her people, deeply connected to the earth that sustained them. Her mother, a wise woman, often told her to respect the fig tree, a sacred plant in their culture, which instilled in her an early reverence for nature. Unlike many girls of her time and place, Wangari was sent to school, a decision that would alter the course of her life. Her elder brother persuaded their parents to enroll her, arguing that her bright mind should not be wasted. She proved to be an exceptional student, quickly distinguishing herself with her intelligence and curiosity. She attended St. Cecilia's Intermediate Primary School, a Catholic mission school, where she converted to Catholicism. Her academic prowess earned her a place at Loreto High School in Limuru, one of the best Catholic high schools for girls in Kenya. As Kenya moved towards independence, opportunities began to open for bright young Africans. In 1960, Wangari was one of about 300 Kenyan students selected to study in the United States through a scholarship program known as the Kennedy Airlift. She enrolled at Mount St. Scholastica College in Atchison, Kansas, a world away from her rural Kenyan home. There, she majored in biology, her passion for the natural world finding a new academic outlet. She experienced the American Civil Rights Movement firsthand, which broadened her understanding of social justice and activism. After earning her bachelor's degree in 1964, she pursued a Master of Science degree in biology at the University of Pittsburgh. Her graduate studies were funded by the Africa America Institute, further testament to her academic excellence. During her time in Pittsburgh, she first encountered environmental restoration efforts, witnessing how the city was working to clean its polluted air and rivers. This planted a seed in her mind. Environmental damage was not irreversible. In 1966, she returned to a newly independent Kenya, filled with knowledge and a desire to contribute to her nation. She took a position as a research assistant in the Department of Veterinary Anatomy at the University of Nairobi. However, she soon discovered that the professorship she had been promised had been given to someone else, likely due to gender and ethnic bias. This was her first sharp taste of the professional discrimination that women faced in her country. Undeterred, she persevered, eventually securing a position and continuing her academic journey. In 1971, she returned to the University of Nairobi and received her PhD in veterinary anatomy. This was a monumental achievement. She was the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctorate. She quickly rose through the academic ranks, becoming a senior lecturer, chair of the Department of Veterinary Anatomy, and an associate professor. She was the first woman to hold any of these positions at the university. During these years, she became increasingly aware of a growing crisis outside the university walls. Rural women would tell her stories of hardship, of streams drying up, of the firewood supply disappearing, and of malnutrition. She saw the landscape of her childhood changing, the lush green hillsides becoming barren. Commercial plantations of non-native trees like pine and eucalyptus were replacing indigenous forests, disrupting the ecosystem. Maathai connected the dots. The environmental degradation was directly linked to the poverty and social problems the women faced. The problem was a lack of trees, and the solution, she reasoned, was to plant more of them. This simple, powerful idea became the genesis of the Green Belt movement. In 1977, On Earth Day, she led the National Council of Women of Kenya to plant 7 trees in a park in Nairobi. This symbolic act marked the official launch of her ambitious environmental campaign. The movement's initial goal was to prevent further deforestation and desertification. Maathai developed a grassroots approach, empowering ordinary citizens to take action. She encouraged women, in particular, to collect seeds, create nurseries, and plant trees in their communities. For each sapling that survived, the women received a small stipend, providing them with an independent source of income. This economic incentive was crucial. It linked environmental restoration directly to improved livelihoods. The act of planting a tree became an act of empowerment. Women who had been told they were powerless were now transforming their landscapes and their lives. The Green Belt movement was about more than just trees. It was about restoring a sense of hope and agency. Maathai called the trees a symbol of peace, a starting point for resolving conflicts over resources. The movement also incorporated civic education, teaching people about their rights and the importance of good governance. Maathai understood that environmental degradation was often a symptom of a corrupt and unaccountable government. Her work inevitably became political, bringing her into direct conflict with the authoritarian regime of President Daniel Arap Moi. In 1989, she led a high-profile protest against the construction of a 60-story skyscraper in Nairobi's Uhuru Park. She argued that this public green space was essential for the city's residents and should not be sacrificed for a private development. The government ridiculed her, calling her a crazy woman and questioning her motives. President Moi suggested she should be a proper woman in the African tradition and be quiet. Despite immense pressure and threats, Maathai wrote letters to international organizations, bringing global attention to the issue. Her campaign was successful. International investors pulled out, and the project was cancelled. This victory established her as a formidable opponent of the regime and a champion of the people. Her activism, however, came at a great personal cost. In 1992, she was arrested and imprisoned for her role in pro-democracy protests. While protesting the imprisonment of political opponents, she and other women were violently beaten by police at a hunger strike in a public park. The park where the women protested became known as Freedom Corner. Maathai was knocked unconscious during the assault, an event that drew international condemnation. The government repeatedly tried to shut down the Green Belt movement, evicting them from their state-owned office. Maathai simply moved the operations to her home, refusing to be stopped. She believed that true democracy, peace, and sustainable development were inextricably linked. You could not have one without the others, she argued. By the late 1990s, the political climate in Kenya began to change, partly due to the relentless pressure from activists like Maathai. The Green Belt movement, meanwhile, had flourished beyond anyone's expectations. It had become a network of thousands of women's groups and had planted millions of trees. The movement's model was being replicated in other African countries, spreading its message of hope. In 2002, with the end of the Moi regime, Wangari Maathai was elected to parliament with an overwhelming 98% of the vote. She was subsequently appointed Assistant Minister for Environment and Natural Resources. From a grassroots activist, she had become a powerful policymaker, able to effect change from within the system. Then, in 2004, came the ultimate recognition of her life's work. Wangari Maathai was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. The Nobel Committee cited her contribution to sustainable development, democracy, and peace. She was the first African woman and the first environmentalist to receive the prestigious award. The world celebrated her as a visionary who had redefined the concept of peace. Peace, she had shown, was not just the absence of war, but the presence of a just and sustainable environment. In her Nobel lecture, she spoke of her journey from a small village in Kenya to the world stage in Oslo. She accepted the award on behalf of the countless women and men of the Green Belt movement. She urged everyone to plant a tree as a symbol of hope. The Nobel Prize gave her a global platform to advocate for environmental conservation and democratic rights. She traveled the world, a tireless ambassador for the planet. She wrote her autobiography, Unbowed, a memoir, which became an international bestseller. Her story of resilience and determination inspired millions. By 2011, the Green Belt movement had planted over 51 million trees in Kenya. It had also trained tens of thousands of women in forestry, food processing, and other sustainable income-generating activities. Wangari Maathai passed away on September 25, 2011, after a battle with cancer. Her death was mourned in Kenya and across the globe. She left behind a living legacy, written not in books, but in the forests she helped restore. Her work continues through the Green Belt movement, which remains a powerful force for environmental and social change. Wangari Maathai proved that one person, with a simple idea and unwavering courage, could indeed change the world. Her childhood reverence for a single fig tree grew into a forest that sheltered a nation. The scholarships that sent her abroad were an investment that yielded an unimaginable return for her country. She faced down bulldozers and dictators with nothing more than the truth and a belief in the power of unity. The small stipend for a tree was more than just money. It was a currency of dignity. She taught that the health of the land and the health of the people were one and the same. Her academic achievements were not an escape from her roots, but a tool to serve them. Crazy Woman of 1989 became the Nobel Laureate of 2004, a testament to her unyielding vision. Freedom Corner was not just a place, but a declaration that public space belongs to the public. Every tree planted was a vote for a healthier, more peaceful future. She saw the link between a barren landscape and a barren spirit. The Green Belt movement became a living university for sustainable development. Her defiance in the face of authority inspired a generation of activists in Kenya and beyond. She understood that planting a tree is an act of profound optimism. The rustle of leaves in her restored forests is the enduring sound of her legacy. She was a scientist who used her knowledge to heal wounds in the earth. Her story is a powerful reminder that our planet's future is in our hands. The initial 7 trees planted in 1977 were the seeds of a global movement. Her life was a testament to the power of persistent, peaceful resistance. From the highlands of Kenya, her vision grew to encompass the entire world. The women of the Green Belt movement were not just planting trees, they were planting the future. She turned a simple act into a revolutionary movement. Her name, Wangari Maathai, became synonymous with courage and environmental stewardship. She saw that environmental justice and social justice were two sides of the same leaf. The world is greener, more hopeful, and more peaceful because of her work. She was a warrior who fought not with weapons, but with seedlings. Her legacy is a challenge to us all, to be good ancestors. The journey from Ahive to Oslo was paved with courage, conviction, and countless trees. She gave a voice to the voiceless and power to the powerless. Her work demonstrated that small actions, when multiplied by millions, can transform the world. The trees she planted stand as tall and proud as the principles she stood for. Wangari Maathai, the woman who planted trees, sowed the seeds of a better world for all. Her early education was a rare privilege, a flickering candle in a vast darkness. The Kennedy airlift was not just a flight. It was a launchpad for a generation of leaders. In America, she saw both the promise of progress and the pain of prejudice. Returning to Kenya, she was a stranger in her own land, armed with degrees but facing old biases. The women's stories were the data she needed, the raw truth that academia could not provide. She diagnosed the illness of the land and prescribed a simple, radical cure: trees. The Green Belt movement was a living organism, with roots in the soil and branches reaching for justice. Each nursery was a small factory of hope, producing the building blocks of a new environment. The government saw a forest of dissent in her green revolution. The battle for Uhuru Park was a battle for the soul of Nairobi. Her beatings and arrests were meant to silence her, but they only amplified her voice. When they took her office, she made her home the headquarters of a rebellion. Her election to parliament was the people's verdict on her struggle. As a minister, she walked the halls of power she had once protested from outside. The Nobel Prize was not an end, but a megaphone to amplify her message to the world. She taught the world that a healthy planet is the ultimate foundation for peace. Her memoir Unbowed is a manual for resilience and a blueprint for change. Her legacy is not static. It grows, it breathes, it provides shade for new generations. She was a force of nature, defending nature itself. The tree planter from Kenya taught the world how to cultivate peace from the ground up.